Dorado, which is our bot program. We are going to start with a recap of the El Dorado legend. It was actually thought to be a mystical city or a city of gold. It's a legend that actually started in the 1500s, and multiple statues and paintings have been created to describe this city where people hope to find a river full of gold. It's a really fascinating story, and you can see here a painting of the conquistadores looking for this gold. Um, it's actually quite famous name in popular culture. You can also try going to Wikipedia and doing a search for El Dorado. For now, let us just concentrate on our presentation for today. Um, let's talk about Dorado BTC, which is the smart contract housing Bitfari's multi-dimensional vault. So this vault works as a traffic system. So just imagine a big highway with multiple lanes, multiple overpasses, multiple bridges, and just imagine a massive highway with a lot of vehicles moving either way. That's the way the Bitfari bot was designed. So it's a single smart contract that has one lane per account. So it's a big map, it's a database of accounts where each account has money deposited for it. Each network has money deposited for it, and each smart contract has money deposited for it. So it's this big collection of banks that are secure in multiple ways. So that's one aspect of the program that is nifty, and it's unique. But there are multiple additional aspects that make this smart contract salient. It's a multi-dimensional bot, meaning the phones are locked by multiple security devices. First of all, phones are locked by time, meaning if you buy an ad, the money for that ad cannot be extracted immediately. The ad needs to be shown in time, so the money can only be released in time. This is a very powerful feature that it practically makes impossible to have any hacks that will remove funds related to ad displays. We also secure accounts against fraud by doing it in this way, because for you to actually take funds out, you need to know what the schedule of each ad is. So you need to have that information in advance, and then you need to have the approval of being a screen that can show the ad. So that's like a second layer of protection. And then finally, you need to withdraw the funds when they can be withdrawn, and that might be an interval that has passed after the ad has been shown, etc., etc., etc. So networks have different security measures just to make sure that your ad was distributed without any fraud being reported. And for those of you that don't know how Bitfari works, Bitfari takes ads, it divides them by intervals, and then it shows ads on those intervals. If there has been no fraud reported on each interval, then it just releases the payment for that interval, and that's what we call auditing. Auditing is done by intervals, and the auditing just confirms that the ad was shown, for the time that was bought and paid for, right? And then we have like multiple levels of auditors that actually check that the ad was distributed, and then we have connections to billboard networks that have people that actually check that the ad was distributed. But at any given point, in the, sometimes randomly, sometimes constantly, if the screen is connected to the network directly, um, auditors might go and they might take a picture of the screen just to make sure that no fraud is occurring, right? So the funds are protected, and it's really impossible to get money out without showing an ad to actually claim that the work was performed. Um, Another nifty feature is that funds are locked by account. This could be the account of a network, or this could be the account of a user. So if you get a payment as a user, only you can take the money out. If the network gets a payment, only the network can take it out, and this will be a smart contract. So everything goes, to a specific lane. There's also the budget security. So if you create a budget for an ad, there is a lock in the account where that money was deposited, where you cannot get more money than the budget that was initially allocated for, in that account. So that's, and we don't know of any other like bot that has that, because no other bot is dealing with ads, right? With our type of ads. Um, so this is pegged to Bitcoin blocks. So it's pegged to the Bitcoin block height, meaning that the time. So if you have a campaign and the campaign lasts a day, we take the day, we divide it by increments of 10, we calculate how many Bitcoin blocks that equates to, and then the bot will only release the funds if the day it's over, if the number of Bitcoin blocks have passed. So Bitcoin is securing Bitfari's bot, which is nice. There are no admin keys, so there's no possibility of tampering with keys. I mean, what this means is that they could even take members of the development team, God forbid, and kidnap them, and they will not be able to access the vault, right? So we cannot, nobody can access the vault. The only thing that can access the vault is the code, right? And the only thing that could allow the code to access the vault is proof of work, showing an ad, auditing an ad, doing the work. There are no breaches in the vault. We have decided to create one separate vault for each network. So there will be a vault for Solana, a vault for Ethereum. The only two vaults that coexist are the Stacks vault and the Bitcoin vault. That's one single vault, and it's this program. So this program works for Bitcoin, and it also works for Stacks for obvious reasons. But then all of the other bridge protocols, as you know, we have bridge protocols to Bitfari, Solfari, Etherfari, AdaFari, like Bitfari in Cardano, Bitfari in Ethereum, Bitfari on Solana, and all of these networks connect to our network, but they have separate vaults. So, yeah, so unhackable, right? Essentially unhackable. Obviously, we're gonna release the Bitcoin bot first, which is this one, the dorado.btc bot, and then we'll copy this code, and when we launch on other networks, we will release those networks with their separate bots. The bot can do instant payments. So if you see a payment on your earnings page, you can click a button, pay for the transaction fees, and get your funds out. We accrue the money that comes into the bot so that you can withdraw money with a single transaction, meaning that you will pay low fees to get your money out. The bot supports escrow, supports refund management, and is multi-network in the sense that it works with BTC and Stacks. Let's talk about the payments, because a lot of people are wondering, why do we need a multi-dimensional multi-payment system bot, right? We need it because we have multiple networks and we have multiple ways of earning, multiple income streams. So if you see a billboard and that billboard is a Bitfari ad, we pay you for that. How do we know you saw the billboard? Because we have your location, and because if you have the Bitfari wallet, then you will see something that is similar to the ad. If if you're on a network that does that, right? So that's one type of payment, billboard attention, and this is real world attention, ads that you see in the real world, right? If you have a screen, if you are operating a screen, either a real screen, which is a smart TV, or a virtual screen, which is digital land, right? If you're operating a screen, you will get money for that, right? And we will show you how many people saw it on mobile and how many people saw it on desktop, right? If you win a block, sometimes we do payments. They are just proportional to whatever you did on the platform, but some of these payments might have a block winner as well. These block winners are called crypto sweepstakes. We invented that. So every campaign has embedded a crypto sweepstake, which is the block reward. Some advertisers might choose not to include a block reward, that's fine, but some networks will require a block reward, and then for those networks there will be payments for seeing the ad, but also a block reward. So there will be like one winner for each group of people that see an ad. So, and that's very cool. It's not applicable to all the networks. Let me just repeat that. But for some networks, this will be the MO, right? Affiliate commissions. If you sell ads, if you sell billboards, there are some commissions that are kept in your vault, and you'll see the payment here, right? So that's additional money. If you're auditing ads, if you're checking ads, if you're reviewing ads, if you are rejecting ads, if you are approving ads for display, you will get money here for auditing, right? If you refer people to Bitfari using special links, using promotions, taping videos, if you're an ambassador, whatever, the referral money will be shown here, right? So that's another income stream. If you're using Telfari, which is our direct mail solution, right? We will pay you to see these mails, and you'll see the money here. If you're browsing with a Bitfari browser, this is something that will come out probably in a year, probably in two. Here we will compete directly with BAT, against BAT. And you see the money, you see the browsing tips here, right? So the difference between Bitfari and BAT, the basic attention token, it's that with BAT you get paid for browsing on the web. With Bitfari you get paid for everything. So we have multiple streams of income, and this is going to keep growing. With BAT you have basically one, right? We are going to, let me just pass into a different subject now. We are going to send out the first bulk payment today. That bulk payment, let me see if I can show you why that payment will be sent. Let's go to bitfari.com. Okay, so if you see here, this is an ad. Okay, this is an ad. This ad is distributed on the cover page .btc network, right? It's a featured artist that is featuring his NFT art here on the Bitfari cover page, right? And if you click here, you can see the website of the artist, and here you can shop. So it's a nice store. So if you like this, yes, we recommend it. It's a pretty, it looks great. We just decided to feature this building, right? This one, we use this photo. It looks really cool. It's a great first expo, artist expo for the program, for the project. It's a great photo, great art. So you're gonna get paid for this ad. So we're gonna send the money today. That will be distributed with a smart contract, because the bot is still not on mainnet, it's on testnet. But when we move it to mainnet, then all the money will go out using the bot program. Okay, so first payments go out today. Those payments will come from the coverpage.btc network, and testnet for dorado.btc, which is our multidimensional bot, starts on Friday. Okay, so just join the testnet tab and leave us your address, your testnet address. We cannot send you money to a mainnet address. We need your testnet address, right? And we'll send you testnet Fari tokens, right? We'll send you, I don't know, maybe 10,000 Fari tokens on testnet, and maybe 100 testnet stacks tokens, so that you can test all of this out, right? We're gonna be starting our, I think, third or fourth testnet of the year. We're gonna be testing the vault. We're gonna be testing the earnings page. We're gonna be testing some additional pages on the social connector. So about, like the final 30% that we were pending to launch of the social connector, and the iPhone application. So the iPhone application will probably, we'll probably start testing that one next week, but we will start releasing the tokens this Friday. Okay, so a lot of momentum, a lot of good news. The money will arrive soon. The first payment got sent last week. Second payment comes out today. I just want to remind everybody that since we have multiple networks and multiple income streams, you will receive multiple payments from Bitfari every month, and we want to make it so that you receive one payment every day, right? Also, what else can I update you in? The ambassador program, the requests for ambassadors are closed. We got over 115 submissions. So we were expecting to get 10, so we got over 100. So we're gonna pick the top candidates for becoming a Bitfari ambassador, and I'll guess the next batch will be probably twice as big as that one. Given how things are going. Thank you. A lot of good news today. Thanks for your attention, and remember to always bring life to your location.